let's see how this goes. Walking down the stairs is any indication on how this run is gonna go. This ain't gonna go very well. Why are you doing that? Not that. And now it's not doing it. All of a sudden it's just decided I'm gonna fix it right here on this wall. And even that didn't make sense because I wasn't even moving. It just all of a sudden decided to take off. We will get this. Thank you. Oh, we will get this done, whether we want to or not. I will tell you that the weather this week is a welcome. I was gonna say surprise, but it's not a surprise because I knew it was gonna be like this. I don't know what it is. It's like 64, maybe 62, something like that right now. So nice and cool. I don't see a breeze here, but I bet you once we get out there, there'll be a pretty good breeze. We're starting later than I wanted to, so we're gonna try and, what time is it? Can't even tell you what time it is. Well, I gotta hurry and get across the road. All of a sudden the light changed coming from this other direction. 6:04. I'm only officially 20 minutes later getting out the door than what I was hoping, which is actually, and that was 15 minutes later getting out the door later than what I was planning. Oh, I really need to start running right now. But, I don't know, we'll see. My goal last night when I went to bed, wow, there's a lot of ambient light. The moon must be over there, which is the opposite side of the sky as compared to last night. Well, if my legs right now are any indication as to what is going to go on with this run. It's going to take us a lot longer than I thought. I'm limited by time, so I can go if I was to not lollygag, run faster than I am right now, I could, oh, I thought these people were walking this direction. So I jumped off the street so I could pass them, but no, they're going the other direction. Could get possibly 8 miles. I was hoping to get 10 miles today because I really wanted to only have to do just 5 miles at the most tonight. I need my total today to be minimum of 15. I would actually take a little more than that if I could. But that's why I was hoping to get 10 in, and then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. But I might have to. It's going to be tough because I have to go into the office today. That's the reason why I'm limited by time. Oh look, I lost my YouTube for whatever reason. Oh well. I'm gonna guess and say no, because it was pretty sure it was. I don't know. Pretty sure that I'm not going to feel like running tonight, which is why I really wanted to get 10 in, because I can struggle through 5 miles after work. But if I'm only able to get 8, it's going to be tough to struggle through and get 7. I'm not gonna lie, if I could get 8 and then 8 tonight, I would be extremely happy, because it is that would be 16 total, which would be good. But okay, we're gonna drop down off of here, and it's gonna get really dark well, not quite yet. Once we get through this tunnel, it's gonna be really dark, so for quite a while, even though it's lit up. I cannot believe how lit up the sky is right now. And it's not ambient light, that's just lit up. Because we are still we're exactly an hour out. No, not an hour out. About 45 minutes out from sunup. We'll do what we can. I'm only running and it feels like it because my legs are so tired, but because we did 10 miles last night right before bed. But I'm gonna turn the headlamp on, and we're gonna go. Is that bright? Yeah, that was the bright. Okay. Change for you guys, even though you can't really see anything. Now that it's so dark. But it is what it is. I don't expect that I will have a lot of people watching for these morning streams like this, just because it's so dark out. You guys can't really see anything, but again, as soon as we cross into the tunnel, all of a sudden there's tons of traffic that goes through. That is just weird how that happens every time. Cool green cotton shirt. Are you talking about me? I have a bright fluorescent yellow tech tee on. It is definitely not cotton, that's for sure. It is kind of a nylon polyester blend, actually. Oh. This is gonna be tough this morning. There was a little bit of a breeze out here, that's nice. It is 90% humidity again. We're gonna go. I can see there's a guy on a bike coming, but I don't want to wait. Don't have time to wait. Stretchy shirt, yeah. Exactly. It is kind of it does have some pretty good stretch to it. Yeah, it's so most of your, like if you go to a like most of your races and stuff, you know, it's the same type of material you get from their shirts that they give out, like at a marathon or half marathon or whatever. But I can't believe how many people are out here on their bikes already this morning. Oh, this is tough. So I think well, the main reason why it's so tough is because we did not and by we, I mean me, but everybody that was on that stream on Sunday, I blame you too. So we did not do a recovery run on Sunday. Instead, we pushed it. So I was not set up at all for this training week. Started off my gimbal's going crazy over here. Started off in a deficit, so I will say though, I feel better this morning than I did last night. That's one positive. I just love the way, I can zoom in. I love the lighting on Washington Monument from way back here. This is the airport right here. So you can see how bright the sky is. That's crazy to me. Because we're still about 40 minutes from sunrise. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And hopefully it's not. Oh, did I lose my headlamp? I did. There we go. I think my headlamp is almost out of battery. I forgot to charge it last night. And I forgot to charge my gimbal last night too, so I don't know how much of this we're actually gonna be able to stream anyways. So once my gimbal runs out of battery, we'll be done, because I'm not gonna make you guys sick. There's the moon. That was pretty cool. Oh, it is. I will say weather-wise, other than how much humidity, because it is 90% humidity, but there's a nice breeze blowing. Still doesn't make it feel any less humid. Actually helps, because I almost feel chilly, but we will, what was I going to say? Oh, the weather this morning is just absolutely just gorgeous out. These are the type of mornings that back in Montana would be the way the temperature is right now would be how it is around beginning of July or mid-July, I would say. So the sun by now, so this would be the conditions at about 4:45 in the morning, maybe even a little bit earlier than that, on a mid-July day back in Montana, minus the humidity. So even if we had thunderstorms roll in the night before and all night or whatever, the humidity is never, I wouldn't say never, hardly ever 90%. Sometimes we do get that, but not usually. There's a reason why there is a pretty famous, I don't know if famous is the right word, I don't know what word it would be. They're one of the top mandolin makers in the world is in Bozeman, Montana, because of the, or just outside of Bozeman, a little town called Belgrade, actually. But the humidity conditions are perfect pretty much all year round, around between 35 and 45. Usually hovers right around between 35 and 40, I guess, percent humidity, which is perfect for making mandolins. It's not too humid, so the wood you don't have to worry about when after you're done assembling with like wood shrinkage or swelling or anything too much. That's why they say it's the best. But I'm actually gonna, I'll leave my headlamp on, I guess. I'm gonna take it off because I hate wearing a headlamp and it's not doing you guys any good because it is not been charged. So for a while, I'm guessing this is the one. I don't know which. Yeah, I'm guessing this is probably my old one. I have two that are exactly the same, and I threw them both up on top of my little I don't know what you call it, not really a shelving unit or something, I don't know. But this is one thing I love about running in the morning. You got the river. Oh, there's actually somebody out on a boat. It looks so awesome with the morning sunrise, pre-sunrise sky, all that. Monuments are all lit up. Clouds are looking really cool with the ambient light. One thing that is weird to me is it's like every morning, even like over here, whatever, we get stuff like that in Montana, but like over here you can see all the way down at the horizon, bottom of the horizon, there's always, it seems like there is always a layer of clouds, like a low layer down there. No matter how clear the rest of the sky is, it could be completely clear. There's always that. In Montana, if the sky is completely clear, the sky is completely clear. There's not always a thing little strip of clouds on the horizon. But some of that also could be that you usually have mountains too, or some sort of hills or something that are acting like the clouds, I guess. Some more bikers coming up behind us. Got one in front of us. Two in front of us, I guess. The other nice thing about running this early in the morning, especially right here next to the river, is, well, not necessarily even right here next to the river, but even over by the tidal pool. Those two people that were behind me, they must be runners because they're not catching us. I thought there were people on bikes. Well, I mean, they're catching us, but not. They should have passed us by already if they were bikes. Let's just put it that way. So, what am I running? A little bit faster. I'm right at a 10-minute mile right now, which a lot of that is because I can't see my footing really well. I see the path really well. I just can't see where the cracks or different elevations, all the little bumps and whatever else on this trail. So that is why I am running a little bit slower, because really I could probably, and I think I have one runner behind me, probably going to pass this right up here a little ways. That's one reason why I'm running a little bit slower. The other reason, my legs are tired, but they do feel fresh enough that I could probably pick up the pace a little bit. I don't want to pick it up too bad, just in case, so I don't re-aggravate my calf injury. This part of the trail sucks. I think this part of the trail is why I have a calf injury, because, well, not even necessarily this part of the trail, but it's more profound right here. The slope on this thing is just crazy. So I'm gonna guess and say my headlamp died now. So I'm just gonna take it off, because it definitely turned itself off again, and it was really weak. So that tells me that I need to go and recharge it. Oh, I don't always. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of rechargeable headlamps, but I'm becoming more of a fan. It seems like the battery in them, because like any other rechargeable battery, don't last as long as a lot. Like if you be, well, it's just a, you know what I'm trying to say. But bugs. I just got smacked in the face by a big old gnat cloud. Hopefully won't have what happened last night, where I had one go straight down my throat again. Had to drink some water and just swallow it down. Where, what was it, the night before that or morning or whatever, when I had the same thing happen and I didn't have any water. So then the whole rest of the run, I was actually coughing and everything. I'm sure people probably thought I had COVID or something. But, oh. oh, I wonder if I'm not supposed to go to the office. Because I just got a message posted from somebody from my work, because I made mention to make sure that let them know I'd be late coming into the office today. Good morning. And just said that it says there's a whole thing yesterday about not going to the office while they're painting. Oh, I missed that message. So if that's true, that would be a good thing, because I don't really want to go to the office. Because now that Secretary of Defense and everybody put out their stupid policy crap, it's a whole lot more stressful going into the office. And there's not really a reason for me to be there. All I'm going to be doing is sitting at my desk on Microsoft Teams with a work setup that isn't as efficient as what I would use at home, because I have 3 monitors at home, and in the office I have 1 monitor. I could steal somebody else's monitor and use it, I guess, but then I'd have to put it back at the end of the day. But that's an option. But I'm still not as efficient there, because you also get a lot of people, what I call drive-bys. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try and put my headlamp in my back pocket. Yeah, it's actually going to work. I didn't know if it would fit. Maybe I'm a little bit uncomfortable, because I'm going to have something on my butt. So noisy up here. Why are people honking? Still got 20 minutes till sunrise. You gotta love those little Hondas, and that was actually a little Nissan Altima that are not fast vehicles, but they put those exhaust systems on to make them sound loud. Like that makes them go faster as well, or be faster, I should say. This traffic is extra heavy this morning. It's not usually this bad at 6:30 in the morning. And there is extra dust on the street or on the freeway that's hit me in the face. I saw yesterday that one of the greatest, so I must have been living under a rock, so I think it's been out for a while now, but one of the greatest marathoners of all time, Shalane Flanagan, is, well, not even greatest marathoners, just runners in general. I mean, phenomenal 10K also, so she can do multiple distances. I think 5K even she excelled at. But anyways, officially retired, which from running competitively, but that's kind of like, you know, Meb, one of my personal heroes for long distance running. I mean, he's officially retired competitively as well, but he still goes out there and races, and not competitive races, but runs doing races, and mostly for his charities and stuff. But Shalane Flanagan has been dedicating herself to coaching, and haven't really heard of her doing much anything in the race scene. I love her cookbook. Well, I think she has another one now too, but her cookbook about eat slow, run fast, or whatever it's called. And I think she has a sequel to that as well. But she, because of the perfect timing of the I don't know what kind of bird that is. It's like a crane or something. Oh, it must be a mama and a bunch of his babies. They look like the same kind of bird, just not. They have different colors. Small, a little bit smaller and different colors. So must be the babies. Anyways, because of the everything being delayed and all that due to the pandemic. Okay, we're not going to spend much time here. We're just going to show you guys again. So you guys get to see this all the time. And, oh yeah, they told me no office today. So we're gonna definitely have time to make it to the Washington Monument. You guys get to see this all the time. This is the only way I'm able to push 100 miles in a week is because I get to run here. If I go on any of the other trails, it does not happen. Now, if I was back in Montana, being able to run around some of the roads and, you know, back roads and stuff there, I can easily get 100 miles in a week because the scenery is always nice. But here, unless you're running in like this area, it's not like somebody's running behind me, but I don't see anybody. There is nobody will be in the building this week because they're painting, so please don't go in the office. Okay, yes, I get that. You know that I'm out here running, so I'm not going to respond. Jeez. But here, unless you're like running here, all you're seeing is a sidewalk or maybe a trail like the Mount Vernon Trail. But might get lucky and have a few miles next to a creek or something. But mostly it's just trees. Yay, you get to see trees. No, I want to see something. That's why I will never see myself moving back east here at any time. Relocating. Once I'm done here, I will be heading back west where it's wide open. You can see scenery for miles and miles. I mean, there's some portions. That's the one thing I love about when you get up to top of some mountains, you can see for 60 miles. Just wide open, big skies. That's why they call Montana the big sky country. There's no buildings to block your view. Which, don't get me wrong, there's something about kind of awe-inspiring about buildings. I love running in big cities. Just wouldn't want to live here permanently is all. Big cities do have something to offer, which is why I love visiting cities. Because there's always stuff to do, and I'm one of those people that if I don't have something to do, I get bored. And I say that with a grain of salt because the last year and a half of being here, I haven't really been able to do much. But oh. Now I got to make that decision that since I know I don't have to go into the office, I have a little more time. So the way my legs feel right now, I should be able to knock out 10 miles. So I think we're just gonna take the chance and try and do it. Because then, if I can get 10 miles, I will only have to run 6 tonight. Well, really only 5. But if I feel good enough, I can push it to 6. And if I feel good enough, I could push it to 8. Guy at work. I don't like the fact that they message so much. I need to figure out how to turn my... Well, no, that wouldn't work because just in case I need to be able to see my messages if something big comes up, but it would be nice to figure out how to turn those off just temporarily. I know how to turn them off, but I don't want to turn them off permanently. And it's a pain in the ass to turn them off permanently, or turn them off, you know, by going into your general settings and notifications and then selecting turn it all off. I can feel that definitely need to do more strength exercises still. Hopefully I'm able to get a lot done the next few weeks so that I don't have any issues for my race. But my hamstring is tight, and I know a lot of that is due to my nagging injury that I've had for 2 years now because I didn't listen to my body in a run, or I should say in a race. We'll go across because we're gonna have to wait for this other side, but at least we can cross here. There we go. That's the other thing that just... So I went on a rant. I don't remember when it was. Was it yesterday or the day before about... I think it was the day before. Specifically about people and their lack of situational awareness nowadays. And the thing that gets me, and I see this in Montana quite a bit, but even here. So two different ways to look at this, or two different kind of interrelated things, let's say. And we're gonna go this way. I am not gonna finish off this segment. I go, but people that can, you know, they walk the same route to work or run the same route all the time and are totally oblivious to how the lights work. Oh, that brings me to another point I'm going to talk about. But totally oblivious. So like that light back there, I go through it so many times that I know that the traffic goes from this direction, then it goes from another direction, the next direction, and then it finally goes the other direction. So I know the timing of the light and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people are totally oblivious to that. They could do that for every day, twice a day, for 3 months, and still will be confused by it. Same goes for, and this is where Montana specifically, I notice this quite a bit. You can drive the same route to work every day, and you'll get to an intersection, where there's, say, 3 lanes on your side. You have a left turn lane, a center turn, or a center like straight lane, and a right turn lane. As soon as it snows, you can drive that for 9 months, good weather. As soon as it snows and covers up the lines where the lanes are, it's like all of a sudden you don't know that there's 3 lanes. And you'll get somebody will get all the way over in the left turn lane that'll be going straight, or somebody in the straight lane that'll be trying to turn left, just screwing up the traffic for everybody else that understands the lane. And there's my gripe on that. Now another thing I've seen this in my building, and this just floored me all the time. So our building has key fobs that you have to use in order to get in and out of the building. Well, certain doors all the time, and then after hours all the time for every door. I don't know how many times. Now the newer system, they just replaced the system, so it works a lot more efficiently. But for a year I was here, you put your key fob up to the thing, and it would beep, and you can hear the solenoid click. Sometimes it would take 10 seconds for the solenoid to click, and then the door you could open. I don't know how many people would go up to it. You'd hear the beep from your key fob, and then they'd immediately pull on the door. Then they would, and it wouldn't, it'd still be locked. Then they would beep the key fob again, and then pull on the door, and then beep the key fob again, and then they get so frustrated and leave, and walk all the way around to the other building. And if they would have just sat there and paid attention that you can hear the click, so you just beep it once, because every time they beep it, then it's resending the thing. It's like, just let it beep, wait to hear the click of the solenoid, and the door opens. Hey, look at that. I don't know what is going on with society nowadays. And it's definitely not an age thing, because especially like with the door thing, it affected everybody of all ages. And people that were very cognizant of how it worked were of all ages. So there was a 6-year-old that understood that with the door. So I don't know how a 30-year-old can't understand it. We are going to continue on. The other thing that gets me, and this has to be I would say it's probably a cultural thing. So there's a certain ethnicity that lives in my building. There's a Costco a block and a half away. Now there's signs all over our building, everything that says you cannot bring shopping carts inside the building, because they've had a lot of issues with people damaging stuff, running into the walls. You can get these, you can go to the concierge desk and they will let you use one of their little, it's like a little foldable shopping cart thing that works really good. And they have those for the residents to just use. It doesn't charge you anything. It's just one of the benefits of living there. But there's a certain ethnicity. I'm not going to tell you what, because I don't want to generalize about anybody. And I'm going to even expound on that even more. But they are always coming back, even though there's signs everywhere that says do not have cars, with a fully loaded cart from Costco. They bang into things, shove up into the elevators, clog up the elevators, take all their stuff upstairs. And then when they get done with the cart, they just leave it right outside the closest door to the building. So they're not even taking in. So we've seen this car before, and based upon the distance we were able to do last night, I'm going to go down to this next cut across, which actually, yeah, we did that cut across last night, and somehow we were a quarter mile short. So we're going to see what we get today, doing essentially the same route, although it'll be a little bit different. But, yeah, I got to get my full tank, so I'm going to go all the way down, I think. Anyway, so they leave the cart, so they don't even return the cart to freaking Costco. Like you, in a lot of cities, and I don't know what the rules are or the laws are here, but if you leave their premises with the cart, most businesses, like especially, back in Montana, or I know Washington for sure, like in the Seattle area, if you leave the premises with one of their carts, you can actually be charged with theft. That is considered theft. So we're gonna go all the way up here just to get some extra miles, make sure we get our distance. But I'm gonna use this to judge, am I off or is my watch off, and compare that to last night. Now the reason why I say it's a cultural thing, just to expand a little bit deeper, is it is only a certain gender, and I'm not gonna lie, it's men of that ethnicity. The women of that ethnicity, I see them coming back from Costco carrying their boxes, and I think a lot of it is they just don't buy as much. They probably make more frequent trips, so they're able to buy less stuff. But they do not bring carts back and all that kind of stuff. They're carrying their stuff in their hands, whatever they can get. These guys, which there's always that persona that men are stronger, which isn't always the case, should be able to carry all that stuff. And it's usually like a group of like 3 or 4 of them. So they do have noticed, because I get a lot of people that work for foreign governments that live in my building. And this certain ethnicity, the same one, they do have a tendency to live in bigger groups. So there'll be like, 4 of them that live in the same apartment just to save money. It makes sense to me. I mean, if I didn't live in a studio, I would, if I had multiple bedrooms, I'd get some roommates together too, just to make it cheaper, because it is super expensive. But that's the only thing I gotta say about that. And I'm not bashing the ethnicity, because that's just one one thing I've noticed about one unrelated item. Because they're always super friendly. Well, everybody's super friendly no matter what the ethnicity is there. And it's just funny that that's the only group that I see stealing carts from Costco and not taking them back. Why? What is it? And I don't know. Like, that's why I said it's a cultural thing, not necessarily an ethnicity thing. I think it's just a cultural thing. So what is it about their cultural norms from where they're at that where that's normal for them? And I can guarantee it is probably not the ethnicity you think I'm talking about. Because when I say I have ethnicities from all over the world, I mean all over the world in that building. I wish I was a better linguist, because I get to hear every day probably 15 different languages of all sorts being spoken, and I think it is the coolest thing in the world. I will say that is one thing I love about this city, because I've been to many cities, bigger cities, and I have never ever seen that much diversity as far as languages and everything anywhere. I mean, if there's certain languages that you want to be able to speak, there's cities you can go to, like Seattle or Vancouver would be really good for Japanese. I would say San Francisco would be good for Chinese. And oddly enough, LA would be really good for Korean. Many southwestern cities would be good if you want to speak Spanish. Certain Midwestern cities would be really good if you want to. Gosh dang, people. There we go. Would be really good if you're looking for certain African languages. DC is good for everything. Surprisingly, stupid people quit messaging. I can't see what is going on with the stream if you keep sending messages. And I can't run and get rid of the message at the same time, because what happens is I end up clicking on the message instead of swiping it away, and then the stream drops because it's like, oh, you want to go read the message? No, I don't want to read the fucking message. Ashby, if you're watching right now, quit sending me stuff. You just sent me something on Instagram. Okay, I gotta do some swiping here so I can see what's going on. Here we go. It's stopping and swiping so much that somebody who's running slower than me is catching me. Come on, people. Thought I got myself in trouble this morning when I was looking at all the notifications on my phone screen because I replied to something on Facebook. And the system that I'm working on is being delayed for the launch. Or I should say, well, I know it's being delayed, but nothing official has come out as far as how long or anything like that. They're doing a horrible job messaging this to all the units. And so all these rumors are flying about. And here's the funny thing is, so they said this one phase of testing that is going to be delayed until next spring. They've pretty much put that out. And that time frame is after when we were supposed to go live. So how are you supposed to test a program after you go live? So the assumption can be made that, well, obviously the launch date is being changed until after that date. Yet they won't put anything out officially. So one of my cohorts, let's say, had on Facebook, didn't say what he was referring to, anything like that. And he's out there, you know, with all the units and everything. Gosh dang, there it is. A lot of people waiting like I am in order to go. He just referred to it as it and said, you know, the rumor is on the street that it is being delayed 5 to 9 months. Oh, I just lost my, gosh dang it. So I just lost my gimbal, ran out of battery. So I'm gonna finish my story and I'm gonna sign off, guys. I thought I would still have quite a bit left. It's gonna be very bouncy. But I will make it up here to the monument up here before I sign off. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, said the rumor is it, and didn't say what it was. All these people had been commenting on his post about all these other things, that kind of stuff, and course you're going to wait to turn that on right to where I get right next to you. And they were wrong as to what he was talking about, because he never said what he was talking about. And unless you're in the know, you don't know what he was talking about. So I just put a comment in there that just said, I know what you mean by it. And hopefully, and I said I can't say anything about it, which in retrospect I see where I could have got myself in trouble. I just said I can't say anything about it, but hopefully something official will be coming out in the next few weeks. And what I meant by that is not that it's a big hush-hush secret, and so, but I'm in the know and I can't say anything about it like it's a big secret. What I meant by that was I don't have all the information, that's why I can't talk about it. And I'm not at liberty, I'm not the person to be talking about it, is, you know, kind of an implied thing, but there is. Oh wow, the sun is peeking up. That's pretty cool. So I'll show you guys here. So, you know, that's what I meant by that. And hopefully, you know, and I said I hear something official should be coming out, which is the truth. That's exactly what is the truth. And even though, so I have two lanes that of people I work for. One that has direct control over me, the other one that I work for in more of a operational kind of relationship. Like, they can't tell me what to do, but they can tell me what to do, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but so the big boss on that one replied to mine with a comment of, hopefully it will be sooner than that. Now, she's one of those that was involved in the decision, so she knows what the official answer is. I don't know what it is. I know what I've been told, and what I've been told I can't really say anything on because it's incomplete information. But anyways, so when I saw that at first, I was like, oh, I'm in trouble, because, you know, we're not supposed to be, like, you know, talking, like, saying anything, but I didn't really say anything. So that's why I was like, did I get myself in trouble or not? I don't know. Anyways, guys, since I lost my gimbal, I'm gonna sign off because I cannot hold this and run at the same time. I could, but you guys would get nauseous. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I still got 4 miles to get home, which should put me at least the 10-mile mark. And then we will see what we can get done tonight. Hopefully 8 miles, but minimum 6 miles. Well, minimum 5 miles. But hopefully 8 miles. We'll try and run up here, right here tonight as well. But I do thank you guys for joining me today. Please smash that follow button if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on my socials, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys for tonight's run, whenever that happens to be. And I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.